This is going to be a short, slow flow to get you moving, but in a slower pace that doesn't feel like it's a go, 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 and you can really pause and feel the sensations of poses and really feel what it feels like to feel good in them. And decide if a pose doesn't work for you. So this is going to be a short, slow flow video. I do recommend that you start with one of our sun salutation videos and warm-up videos to warm up before coming into this flow. Okay, so starting at the top of your mat, we'll start in mountain pose. So we'll inhale and lift the arms up. And then exhale, fold forward and soften your knees. You're going to step your right foot back, coming into a fingertip lunge. Now you can use blocks and bring them underneath the hands or books or anything to prop you up, to bring the floor up to you, to keep the spine long. Squeeze your right glute. Think about pulling back in the left hip so that the pelvis is nice and level. So we're holding this just to feel the strength supporting you in this pose, right? So you're supported by the strength of the right glute and pulling back in that left hip. Take another big breath here. So inhale through the nose and open your mouth and exhale it out. Take another inhale. And then exhale, lower your right knee, and we're going to inhale to rise, coming into a low lunge. So squeeze that right glute, and then you can interlace the hands behind the head and flare your elbows out, and then lean the back of the head into the hands as you squeeze the right glute. Take a huge breath here. And exhale. Take another big breath in. And exhale, release the hands. You can bring the hands onto blocks or you can move them aside. And you're coming onto all fours. We'll add a little cat-cow here. So we're going to inhale and pull the chest forward. And exhale, press the floor away. Inhale, pull the chest forward. For your cow action, exhale, press the floor away for that cat action. You'll inhale and come to a neutral spine and then open up to the side. You're going to stretch your right leg around for a modified side plank. So your left hand and your left knee is down. Take an inhale here. Exhale, you're going to bring your right hand down, your right knee down, and then open up to the side with you, for your modified side plank on the other side. Take a big breath in. Exhale, bring your left hand and your left knee down. Keep the belly drawing in. You're going to do it again. Open up for modified side plank with your left hand down. Exhale, bring your right hand down and your right knee down. You'll inhale, open up to the other side. This time we're going to end with your left hand and your left knee down. So open up to that modified side plank. You can lift your right leg, maybe bend the knee, maybe grab a hold of that ankle, but watch that you're not pulling back on the right knee. So you don't want that knee to pull back, and you don't want to lift it up too high. Your knee's in line with the hip, and you're squeezing your right glute, keeping the active glute there to keep this an active stretch of the right hip and quadricep. Take a huge breath in. Exhale it out. Now, you can stay here or you can step your right foot behind you. Keep your left knee down and then stretch your right arm up and over. Squeeze the left shoulder blade down the back. Of course, this may not feel good to you, so if it doesn't, stick with your modified side plank. Big breath here, wherever you are. And exhale. Let's take it back into a downward facing dog. So you're going to lift the hips up and back. Take a huge breath in. And exhale it out. Another breath in. And then as you exhale, bring your feet a little bit wider and then walk your hands back towards your feet as you bend your knees. And you're taking a baby bear squat, forward folds kind of thing. I like to think about it as a baby bear. That's what my teacher taught me, and that image is just so cute and lovely. So bend your knees, keep the spine long. Take a huge breath in. And exhale it out. Take another big breath in. And exhale it out. You can heel toe the feet closer together. And then as you inhale, you're going to rise to stand. And then you can lift the arms up And then take your left wrist with your right hand and lift up. Squeeze your left glute and side bend over towards the right. But keep your left glute squeezing so that you're not sagging into that right hip. You want to keep that left glute on so that you're side bending from that rib cage up and you're not sagging in that hip. Okay. You'll inhale, come through center and switch. So grab your right wrist, squeeze your right glute, lift up on that right wrist and then over, keeping the squeeze of the right glute. You'll inhale, come through center, release your grip, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, you can walk the hands forward, coming into your plank position. So strong in your plank, move blocks if they're in your way. And then as you exhale, lower the knees and toes. And then slowly lower the top half with control. Good. So then you can take the hands out wide, tense your fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. Inhale. Exhale to release. Bring your forehead down. And then we're going to do it again. So tense your fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades. Let that be what lifts the chest. And then exhale, release. One more time. Tense your fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades. Inhale. Exhale. This time you'll bring the hands beneath the forehead, bend your knees, and then you can rock the shins from side to side. Breathe here. Give yourself some love, as much time here as you need. And then when you're ready, you can bring the feet back, bring the hands beneath the shoulders, and then you'll lift through all fours, bring the knees out wide, and sit back for your child's pose. Take a huge breath in here. And exhale it out. And take as much time as you need in this child's pose. And when you're ready, you'll inhale to come to all fours, and then exhale, lift up and back for your down dog. Take a huge breath in here. Exhale, bend your knees and walk or step the feet forward. Take as many steps as you need to get there. You'll pause in that bent knee forward fold. Take a huge breath in. And exhale it out. Inhale, ground down into the heels to lift you up. Rise to stand, arms can lift. And then we'll take the other side. So exhale, fold forward, soften your knees. Your hands, fingertips can come on the floor or they can come on blocks. You're going to step your left foot back. Squeeze your left glute, pull the chest forward, and work on pulling back in that right hip. So your pelvis is level, you're super strong here. Breathe, inhale, and exhale it out. Take another breath in. Exhale it out. It's okay if there's shakiness happening. My left leg is shaking like crazy. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but I can feel it. Take another huge breath in. Exhale, lower the left knee. You'll inhale to rise, coming into that low lunge. Interlace the hands behind the head, flare out your elbows, and then you can lean back into the hands. As I open my heart more, seems as though the room is getting brighter. Breathe here. One more inhale. And exhale. You can release. You can move the blocks, or you can bring the hands onto blocks. You're going to bring the knee back into a quadruped. To add a little cat-cow. Inhale, pull the chest forward. Exhale, press the floor away. Take a couple rounds like that. Inhale and exhale. Come to a neutral spine. Modified side plank with the right hand down. So you're going to bring the left leg around. Inhale, bring that left hand to the hip. Exhale, you're going to bring your left hand and your left knee down. Inhale, open up to the side for your modified side plank with your left hand down. Okay, we're going to do that again. Exhale, come through all fours. Can you keep the belly hugged in, slow and controlled, maintaining the strong core? Exhale, left hand, left knee down. Inhale, open up to the side. Last time, you're going to lower your right hand and your right knee down. Inhale, open up to the side, and then lift your left leg. If it feels good, you can bend your knee. You can grab a hold of that ankle. And then again, squeeze your left glute and keep the belly hugged in. So we're not yanking back on this ankle or lifting the knee up. You just want to hold it there and breathe. Keep the neck relaxed. Another big breath in. And exhale it out. All right, you can release that foot and then step it back if it feels good, keeping the right knee down, maybe stretching that left arm up, reaching towards the back of the room, squeeze the right shoulder blade down the back. You'll take a big breath in. And exhale. Downward facing dog is where you're headed, so you can come through all fours and then lift up and back for your down dog. Take a huge breath here. We'll take another big inhale. Exhale, bring your feet a little bit wider than hip width distance apart, and then you're going to walk the hands back towards your feet as you bend your knees for that baby bear squat. So you can keep the hands down. You can bring opposite hands to opposite elbows if that feels good, but keep the knees bent so that the belly is kind of resting on the thighs. If you want to take this and interlace the hands behind the head and push the back of the hand, or the back of the head rather, into the hands, you can do that as well. So do what feels good here for you. Take a huge breath in. And exhale it out. You can release the hands wherever they are. We're going to heel toe the feet closer towards each other and inhale to rise to stand. You'll grab that left wrist with your right hand and lift up, squeeze your left glute, take it over for that side bend, squeezing that left glute like crazy so that you're not sagging in that hip. And then inhale to come to center and switch the grip of the hand, squeeze your right glute as you reach up with the right hand and over. You'll inhale, come through center. And exhale, fold forward, soften your knees, and then you'll walk the hands forward, coming into your plank position. Okay, so strong in your plank, squeeze the sit bones, draw the belly in, big breath in here. Exhale it out. Hold it for another breath. Inhale. This time as you exhale, you can lower the knees and toes or lower in one piece. Come all the way down onto the belly. Okay, so you can bring the hands out wide, tense your fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades as you inhale. Maybe you tuck the toes and curl the tailbone if you did it on that side, on the other side, and feel a difference on this side. And then release. And again, tense your fingers, inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades. Keep the back of the neck long, exhale. One more time, tense your fingers. Inhale, pull the back of the head up towards the ceiling as you squeeze the shoulder blades, curl the tail a lot, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Breathe, inhale, and exhale, release. You can bring the hands beneath the forehead, bend your knees, maybe rock the shins from side to side if that feels good to you. And then you can release the feet back. Bring the hands beneath the shoulders, and then we'll lift, come through all fours, and then you can bring the knees out wide. Sit the butt back for a child's pose. Take a huge breath in here. And exhale. When you're ready, you can inhale and come up. You can either come into this same sequence again if you have more time and you want to move and breathe for a little bit longer. This is a great sequence to repeat. You can repeat any sequence over and over again. And when you're finished, when you're ready, you can come onto your back for Shavasana. So you'll lay the legs out long and you'll come lie on your back and lay the arms down and settle in, fully relaxing here. Take a huge breath in. Exhale it out. settling in and taking as long as you need to be present with the breath in your Shavasana. Namaste.